this ice and let my veins, it help me bleed. When you running up and check, I hope you see. Bitch, run the shit, yeah, cause we funny shit. How you doing now? Come on and take your pick. I don't wanna talk, the fuck you fucking with? Fuck a double up, I'm finna.
Ladies and gentlemen aboard Delta Airlines flight to Denver, Colorado, thank you very much for coming in a single file line. We will be going here shortly. Thank you for putting away your luggage in a nice and calm and decent manner in the overhead compartments. Thank you. Thank you for that. Flight attendants will be coming down shortly to get the cabin ready for takeoff. Please look forward to your screen for the safety video as we will be coming down, getting the whole cabin ready. Thank you so much.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta. The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority, and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items securely in an overhead bin, and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you. Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear.
If you lose an electronic device in your seat, do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle.
Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin.
Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes, or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors. There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all carry-on items behind.
All exits are clearly marked with a green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exits and remember, they might be behind you.
If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisle to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull the mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head, wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest.
For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table. Be sure your seatbelt is fastened, carry-on items are secured, and aisle armrests are at resting position. If you're seated in Delta 1, please close your ottoman drawer. If your seat has a footrest, stow it now. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket. While we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we get ready for takeoff, please settle in. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta.
Hey, and they steady be talking that shit on my name. Everybody whipping these swerving the lanes. I don't care about it, I know it's your fame. Yeah, hey, I'm still in this
This
bitch.
season, Discipline has everything you need to blow minds. Not budgets. Head up to 50%.
I wanna keep on the pace.
Yeah. What's up, folks? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Nick Stream Friday. We're about to get going here in just a moment. This is your captain speaking. No, your captain was not muted. Everything is going as planned. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We're having a nice show ahead. Some nice in-flight entertainment. Not too much weather. Should be a nice flight to Denver, folks. Thank you so much. We'll be just about to get going here. Thank you. Flying through the clouds here, but we'll get out through here on the other side just fine, folks. Thank you. Friday night here. We're about to get going. Just a little late. You know, I had to get it together for you guys. Put together a bit of a show here. Finish a couple things. But here we are. We're taking off. Flying out of Seattle, Tacoma International. On our way to Denver International. Flying the C8 departure. How's your Friday going so far? Nick was napping, maybe a little bit of napping too, huh? What's up, Matthew, Ryan, Ivana, Doom Jesus, Steve, Michael, Bob? What's up, MPK, Nathan? Somebody find me Zeus. What's up, boy with no face? Matthew with the first class super chat says, looking to get my wings this flight, sir. Ladies, please wrangle him up. Wrangle up Matthew and throw him in his first class seat. Thank you, flight attendants. Don't worry, it's velvet, Matthew. Should be getting up to our cruising altitude of 36,000 feet. Flying Delta Airlines, so you know service is all right. Especially in first class. We need a turn. We got all of our lights flying through these clouds. And we got Chemical Brothers playing. Chemical Brothers Swoon is what you're listening to. You know, I first heard this song in a creative writing class in high school. What was my teacher's name? Shout out to that teacher. She played this song and told us to close our eyes and then, I don't know, write about it. She was interesting. She said, write about what the song, I don't know. It was creative writing, okay? I remember one time she was telling us about her acid experience. Oh, she did LSD. She's like, don't tell anyone. But I remember, someone had acid in a water bottle or something like that. And then she touched the water bottle and she got a little bit on her hands and that she got high from that. I knew she was lying because I had done way too much research on that stuff. Shout out Arrowhead.org. young in high school, pretty early, just, you know, just research and stuff. The internet can be a dark place. It has a lot of, you know, they say it's for harm reduction, they call it, but it's just a way to do drugs. Anyways, I did do it once with some hippie friends I made. And I just didn't believe her teacher. I didn't believe her story. I remember she was so gullible. I did a whole I copied this spoken word guy. Spoken word, what was this guy's name? Aziz? He was a brown guy. Not Aziz. Beard guy. Oh my God, if I could find it. I copied this whole thing from top to bottom. Anis Mojgani. I copied this whole thing.
I'm 30 years old, and I'm trying to figure out most days what being a man means.
I changed a couple things, of course. I wasn't 30 years old. I was 16.
Quite a lot, but these days I find myself wanting to do all three. And I don't really have a favorite color anymore, but I did when I was a kid. And back then, that color was blue. And back then, I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be an architect, an artist, a secret agent, a ranger for the World Wildlife Fund, and a hobo. And when I
did this thing the whole way through. I copied it, like the cadence and everything. And she was like, "Wow, class, you see how he did it with the cadence and everything? See the pauses he did? I really want you to pay attention to how he did that." I passed that class. Of course, I told my friends, "Look, I just copied this whole thing." I wonder if she ever knew. There's no way. I thought there was no way she could not have known. I thought she just didn't want to embarrass me in front of the class, but I was playing the trick on her. It was kind of sneaky. It was pretty sneaky. What a mess. We're flying the A320neo. And I do want to welcome all aboard here as we near our cruising altitude of 36,000 feet. We will be opening up the lines, the airphone. So I do want to welcome everyone aboard it. This is your captain speaking. Hold up. Night Clouds, the American anchor baby. What's up, folks? How you doing? How's your Friday going? We got going here a little late. We're going to leave this one for the replay people. Huh? This one will be for the replay people a little bit. But I took my sweet time. Maybe had a little bit of a napsies. But we got up here in the air. We got something to say. We got a little something to say. It's funny, you know. We sit in that chair over there. And I'm like, that chair makes me think I have something to say. I should bring the energy from this chair. But maybe I got a little something to say. I want to take a little time to put together. What's up, Nun Rally? Sea Salad. I like that name. Very, very clever. Tar Baby Yoda. Welcome, Lord Bibby 42. Air Marshal Lord Bibby 42, folks. Be on your best behavior. You know it. Rome 13. Carver, hello. What's up, cuz? Welcome, everybody. So, I've said hello. We're flying all right. Still trying to get up there. I think the computer's doing it. I can't see. It's not working how I'm kind of remembering it. But it's flying. So, in the dark. But we got the instruments. And the instruments look for us. Okay, so we're going to turn off these lights. Retract those babies. Logos. Wings on. Nav light on. Runway light off. Okay, folks. I think we're about at this time we can start leveling off here. The seatbelt sign has come off. You can call in 760-515-3855 if you'd like to call in. Talk about what you like. And put that up. Flight and a show. See if we can put the right message out to the people, to the masses. Call in. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We're just naming our streams. Hey, what's up? Rumble? What's up, Spaz Out? Hey, thank you so much for watching over there on Rumble. And even over on Twitch. I am streaming on Twitch. And D-Live. What's up, D-Live? Okay. Thank you, Canada Low. Canada Low? I never know how to say it. Appreciate that. You rock. For the super chat is yours. You know what that means? That's first class. Ladies, wrangle them up. We got a caller.
Press 1.
Caller, you're on the air. Where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, man? Steve Strack.
Steve Strack, Ohio. Welcome. Thank you for calling. You're on the air.
No, New Jersey, man.
Oh, I don't know why I always say Ohio, man. I know
so I
it's
heard
Jersey.
the other day there's actually another Steve from Ohio, which is actually kind of
That's the thing. I'm just seeing the system, the phone system in front of me during JLP show. And it's just shining. Steve, Ohio. My bad, sir. How you doing?
Nah, sorry, man. I've been well, man.
Welcome.
But so I saw you talked about it yesterday about Cernovich's tweet about Christianity being feminine. And so I know this might be a little abstract. It might be, kind of a little left field, but I understand what he's saying. Not that I agree with it, but I understand his point of view on this. And so, do you remember a couple weeks ago I kind of went on a little little intellectual rant about the ego?
A little bit.
Yeah, but if you look at all the worldly views on what the quote unquote ego is, it breaks it down to all these different selves and blah blah blah, all this nonsense. And what he's attributing to quote unquote being masculine is in that theory of stuff. Again, that's all devil stuff. It's all the mind of the devil, but it's equated to what's called the id, and that's like the masculine drive, the go and conquer, go and do this, go and do that. And so what he means by the feminine is the superego, which is the morals, values, which people consider that to be like a feminine, cooling, like chilled out type way of living, but it actually isn't. You know what I mean? Because all that stuff is the mind of the devil, whether you're living through that, I got to go out and conquer. Like people say, oh, you got to wake up in the morning and you got to go conquer everything. You got to go take over everything, when in reality, like, you don't have to. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm following a little bit. But this goes right into a little bit of what I want to get into. So thanks for calling in about this. Look, the whole thing is like, I just don't even see masculine and feminine like in the way we've identified it as like pink and blue, as guy and girl. Sorry, hold on. We're overspeeding. We're overspeeding big time, folks. If your drink is shaking right now, it's because we're overspeeding. But that's fine. We're just slowing down.
Whoa! I just spilled everything all over my tray, man.
So check it. So check it out. Thank you for playing along. Okay. So it's not even. It's like connected to God or not. It's kind of how I see masculine and being a man or not. Okay.
Go on.
Let me work this out. Okay. Like it's not male and female. Like even Jesus said, right? Isn't there? There's no Jew or Gentile. There's no male or female, right? All that. Because it's not a gender thing. It's like a connected to the Father or not thing. Either you're hooked up with the Father or not. Okay? And when you're not, you're feminine. And when you are, you're masculine. Because feminine is the spirit of Satan. You feel me?
I 100% understand what you're saying.
So we're confusing this, like, it sounds like what you're saying is there's this, you're agreeing with this calming effect that Cernovich is talking about, and you're relating it to, which one again, the id or the super?
So, not that I agree that Christianity is feminine. Like, I don't agree with that one bit whatsoever. But I understand his point that he was making. The feminine side of it is the super ego. So there's the id, ego, and the super ego. The id being like that's the masculine drive, it's the desires and the feelings in the flesh, and the id being the morals and values, which is what he's alluding to. And men of the world, they live off of that drive. And it's like that's why they gravitate more towards the Andrew Tates of the world and brute forces of the world than unfortunately Christianity, like in the Christian leaders, because they view being whole and being at peace as something that's feminine. You get what I'm saying with that?
Okay. I see. I do sort of see that. But that's I think that got confused. Being nebulous, being passionate, nebulous, those are actually feminine things.
Yeah.
That it got confused. And so how do we communicate that? Do you actually see it like that? Do you really?
So
do you actually
see what way?
See that passion and that nebulous nature is actually feminine?
1000%. That's actually the first thing that brought me to Jesse before even the whole forgiving the mom thing, because I used to be a ridiculously passionate guy, and the first video I ever saw of his was about being dispassionate. And I remember, kind of trying to practice being dispassionate and saying to myself, this is so gay, there's no life to it, there's no drive and all this other stuff. But 4 years later, I sit here and I look and I'm like, all that stuff, all these breakdowns of the mind and the masculine drive, all this worldly stuff, when you really connect with God and you really stay in the present, you realize, one, you don't need to live off of any of that stuff. You don't need to live off of like your mind and your morals, like from the intellectual way, like constantly thinking about it. You just live it. It just comes from within, and you become that person. And so to your point, like how does it get communicated to the world? I don't know, because there's a lot of people putting the truth out there, but the way that it's getting put out, it's just not getting, receptive by some people just because they just don't resonate with how it's said.
Because it's definitely not saying it's feminine. It's definitely not saying it's feminine, because it really isn't. That's just not true. Because being, for example, being of love, like whatever this means to you guys, like being a man and being of love are the exact same thing. And that means no hate. A being of all love all the time. Loving, all that. That's masculine as heck. So it's definitely not saying that it's feminine. It's trying to describe that relationship of a father, which is kind of the message, kind of the like vehicle that God has kind of been trying to communicate with us through. The best way to order society, the best way to order a family, all the way from macro, micro. It's always that communication of the family, the father. You feel me? So all love all the time. So yeah, it's definitely masculine. That's kind of what I'm connecting to.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that. If it's, you know, if you have to put like the gender title to it, obviously it's masculine. But I just wanted to point out, I get where Sternovich is coming from by saying that. At least from my observation, you know, and just kind of my take on it. And it's funny how people are just getting kind of bent out of shape about it, rather than saying like, hey, I get it, that's cool. I still almost think like people, the defensive nature that's coming from a lot of people is, I think, what's being missed the most. And that's ultimately like my whole point with this is all the guys that have been making commentary against what he's been saying. It's like you're kind of acting really feminine now by getting in your emotions and feelings based off of what he said, instead of like say, you know, taking a step back and saying, let me actually try to understand where he's coming from and maybe see if there's something that I'm missing the mark on. You get what I'm saying?
Totally. The only thing that's true about what he's saying is how feminine Christianity has become, but that's not like the true Christianity.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
The only thing that's true about what he's saying there. And so the people getting mad are just expressing that. They're demonstrating exactly that. They're demonstrating how feminine they've become, how feminine Christianity has become by getting mad at it like that. So that's just kind of like the full. That's kind of like the full pill on that. You know what I mean? The full insight, in my opinion, is he's not wrong in calling it feminine. That's why people are reacting like this. But in its truest sense, in the road is narrow sense, that I think Jesus was trying to talk about is all love all the time. That's manly as heck.
Yeah. Can I take a couple minutes just to say something else real quick? I don't want to hog too much time.
No.
But I'm just being aware of myself right now, and I'm kind of being, you know, a little honest about this. I've noticed when I call your show, and like when I call anybody on YouTube, and I don't know what it is. Like, I could see it in just the way like I'm talking and just being kind of like open about it. Not open, that's weird. But just the way of like stuff's flowing. But like, do you ever experience like, you know, when you're having a conversation with somebody and you're trying to get a point out and you can't, and then it's almost like your brain just goes haywire, you know?
Yeah, definitely when don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm just kind of like realizing it's like right now, like, dang, like I see this stuff, you know, kind of what I was bringing up before. I'm like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't really. It's just kind of fodder.
You mean
at
on
that
my
point.
show?
Like, what do you mean?
Like you saying stuff you brought like subjects you've brought up before. Are you saying?
Yeah.
Are you thinking? Is that just like word salad? Is that what you're asking?
No, well, no. I'm just noticing this myself. I'm just kind of having like a aha moment. Like, oh snap! You know, sometimes there's things you don't like. It's just kind of you observe it and you see it. But then, like, when you get out to go and say it and you start getting present to what you're trying to say, you're like, wait a minute. Either I'm not ready to say this or I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Bingo.
That's kind of, and I think that's why, like, the biggest thing is, like, popping in my head when I went out to L.A., like, I'm now just thinking about this. Oh, my goodness. When I was at church, how, like, the lights came on, the YouTube went on, and I can, like, kind of see myself tighten up a bit. But then after, you know, the church service was over, I went back to being normal. This is so fascinating. Like, wow, I'm just seeing this right now. This is crazy.
What do you mean?
Like,
wait, when you went to normal from what again?
No, so it's like speaking on YouTube and, you know, and speaking on like a show type thing. You know, like if I had this conversation with you like normally, I guess I'm just trying to get to a point of just being able to talk normally without having to think like, oh, the thought of I'm on a show or something. You know what I mean? That's where I'm getting at with this.
Yeah, that'll. You just gotta be aware. You just notice it. Watch it. If anything, watch like if you're trying to get good at that too. That's experience, especially if you're running a show and all that. You get used to that. But for sure, watching it over. Watch one of our calls, and be real honest with you. You'll know. You'll be like, why am I talking so fast? You'll know.
Right.
And so I'll look at my. This is what I was talking about too. Like when I sit in that chair over there in the studio.
Yeah.
I'm like seeing some of my videos and. Why am I talking like that? Why am I talking so fast? Ego, bingo, demonstrous in the chat says ego, but it's the thing that we're all watching. It's not even a big deal, you know. Sometimes we talk a lot of basura, no biggie.
Right, like
that's why I wanted to. There's some things I'm convicted about, and I think these past few years, if anyone's been paying attention, watching Bond, watching Jesse, watching The World, there's some things that are just set, and I wanted to lay them out. This is the mission statement. This is where we are. This is what things that are true. So it'll be good to remember these, right? But it's what we're talking about, the ego.
Right. Because I know for me, like, I think I've noticed it, that when I get into the ego, it's like I'm trying to be intellectual and throw a bunch of crap together, and it's like, just speak normally. Like, you know, you don't have to do abstract concepts and say all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, like, wow, like, oh my goodness, I'm totally realizing this right now. It's wild.
It's like it's like 𝒔𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎, man. Like, what do you know is just, this is what I'm going to talk about. So, you know, you might want to tune.
Yeah.
We'll get into it here.
Yeah. I took up a lot of time. I don't want to take up any more time. I'm good.
No worries, Steve. Appreciate that. Call me again.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Nice. That usually happens when you, like, make a call or something. Just trying to seem smart or something about. But it's the thoughts. It's what we've been talking about. I know someone close to me. They said something about saying something in church, and then afterwards they're like, "But that's not what I mean." Da, da, da. But that's just your thoughts telling you about the situation. That's what we've been talking about. That's what we've been talking about. The thoughts. And it's because it's usually not what you think it sounds like. Steve was talking about the id, the super ego. These are things that these philosopher type people have been talking about, and you know, I just see things a little different. It's a little clearer to me. It's a little bit clearer to me, in my opinion. Ryan Moon, thank you, says bro. Appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Sit in your first class seat, sir. Don't overthink, says Bob Dillo. Okay, so check it out. You're saying don't overthink, true. But this is all I've been thinking about. Check this out. Hold up. Chat, let me just make sure that we're flying here perfectly. We are flying in the cockpit right now on our way to Denver, Colorado. 36,000 feet. We are here. Just turning off the phone lines here just a moment. But flight attendants are available. Our lovely, lovely flight attendants are available with drinkies and snackies. Even for those who have not bought first class, you are still going to have a first class experience. Maybe not as nice as first class, though. Let's be real. So, flying beautifully here in the night sky, as this is going beautifully. Another man's life didn't go quite as beautifully, go quite as nicely and beautifully. And I just keep thinking about this guy, Kenneth Darlington. You may have seen him. La Chorrera. He's the guy who shot those Panama. In Panama it happened, by the way. But he shot those climate protesters. You hear about this? Looks like I guess you just wouldn't expect it. Everybody's saying he's just had enough. They're calling it vigilantism. They call it. Someone asked me to do the Trump voice. They call it vigilantism. Right. Did I do all the super chats here? Man, thank you so much. Drinkies and snackies. God bless the ankle baby, says Lord Bibby. MPK. That one was for you. Hillary Almezian. Seat's all yours. Thank you. So, this guy killed 2 people. Sick of what had become of his country. You gotta understand, it goes a little deeper in Panama, as these climate people have been doing a lot more mess in Panama than anywhere else. Really country stopping stuff. Okay, well, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I've seen it described like that. Okay. And it's all over them trying to open up copper mines and stuff like that. Okay, energy production. You need energy. You need energy production for the people. The people need to produce, and to produce, you need energy. You need energy and food. Certain lines. Okay, it's called Sim City. Have you ever played Sim City? Don't you know these things? So, this guy, killer of 2 people, sick of what had become of his country in chaos. Scenes from Panama. Yeah, they kind of don't play. Are they Boricuas? Are the Panamas? No, they're not Boricuas. This is the iconic photo. This photo here says it all. What comment? Read what comment? No. It's our baby Yoda. This guy, okay? The men who want to be left alone, they're calling it. Others not so much. Or maybe he's an impotent, bitter old man, angry that he is ignored by society and women, says this person. William Wolfe, a little bit more understanding. The men who want to be left alone. I'm not condoning this man's actions, but this incident reminds me of a haunting quote attributed to the Soviet dissident Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways. Nice, MPK. Thank you for that. Make sure you're sitting in that first class seat along with Ryan Moon. Drag him up there. So, the men who want to be left alone. Anybody kind of relate a little bit? I just want to be left alone. What happened to my country? Anybody ever seen Falling Down? Falling Down. Falling Down. Joel Schumacher. Starring Michael Douglas. Falling Down. I actually saw this movie. I actually did see this one. And it's like an awesome movie. It's pretty dope. This guy goes on a spree. This guy's sick of it. He's done with it. This scene where they won't 5 minutes before, look, they were gonna switch from they're at a Whataburger or some place. I don't know. Is that real? They went from breakfast to lunch. And he wanted breakfast. And he was there 5 minutes before they did the switch. And they wouldn't serve him breakfast. And so that's when you bring out the text. That's when you bring out the Tech 9. That's the Tech 9, right? That's when you bring out the Tech. Yep. That's how it goes. 7N. You can actually buy this stuff. 7993. What's it called? 7N939. You can literally actually buy this stuff. From Russia. Look. This is not illegal. These actually do what they're, I mean, from the YouTube videos I've seen, they do what they're advertised to do. They go through level 3A armor. Like, this is like, the cartridge matters. Okay, when you're shooting for performance, like what you can do to someone and what you can do to armor. No, it's not always caliber. I'm just saying, you know, maybe you might want to stock up. I don't know. Anyways, Falling Down. We're not about violence, you know. I'm just saying, I'd like to have some armor piercing 9mm. It's just cool. Look, Falling Down though. This guy was all about violence, or it became about violence. And what's crazy is the whole thing is about this guy who goes nuts. It starts off him wearing like he's a suit and tie, and he's in a sweltering LA heat. In traffic. Sweltering in traffic. Backed up. Cars backed up. Sounded familiar? Cars are backed up. Okay. And we learn pretty quickly that this guy's trying to see his daughter. Trying to see my daughter for my birthday. For her birthday. His estranged daughter. Ex-wife, too. Not nice. Not a nice situation. And And so he gets out and he does it. He calls his ex-wife. We don't know his name. On the phone, on a payphone. Runs out. Money runs out. Strange. It's all a mess. He's abandoned his car at this point. Goes to a Korean store. And he has this interaction with this Korean store guy. And he's like, trying to get change for the phone. And the guy's like, no, you got to buy something. He's like, okay, I'll buy something. And the soda is expensive. And they're just trying to shaft him over this can of soda. And just to get some change. Just shafting him. He's like, you know what? No. And he just starts ripping apart the store, okay? And so that's that's him confronting like immigration. You know, you see the overtones, but also the undertone. Okay? What happened to my country? Gangs accost him. Okay, he goes to like he's walking now at this point. And some gangs. So he's like in a gang neighborhood. Some Hispanics start messing with him. Why do they mess with him? Because he's white. They mess with him because he's white. There's this like subplot. There's this like side plot with this guy right here. This guy right here. His wife is like nagging him and taking away his manhood. Okay, that's kind of like the story, the plot there. And then he meets with the Nazi. Okay, he confronts this Nazi who's like, because he's like getting into shootouts, and actually he gets into a shootout with the gang people. He's now armed at this point. He's got a bag of guns and ends up meeting this Nazi guy, skinhead guy who's like, nice, yeah, I hate friggin' these, I hate these cholos too and all these people, right? But Michael Douglas's character isn't with it. He's like, no, this guy's crazy. Wait, no, kill these people. No, I'm not with what you're about. And then this guy, the Nazi guy, turns on him. He gets all paranoid. He's sort of this like confrontation that white people haven't confronted. It's twofold here. It's like they haven't confronted their anger. And it's the first time he's reasonable in his tirade because he saw someone like farther gone. You know what I mean? Confronted with his anger. Racial anger. I know the angle they take here. It's white anger. But it's anger, okay? And at the same time, but also confront that the established order isn't working. We tested it out. It's been tested. It's not working. Civil rights. The civil rights movement. They said it was supposed to bring up together, end segregation. It didn't work. Did you see today Dr. Aaron Edwards, Jesse Lee Peterson, The Fallen State? Great episode. You should check it out. He's talking to a Christian theologian. But this guy still like believes in racism. And he's like, you guys had the civil rights movement all night. And Jesse's like, it hasn't worked. And he's like, yeah, when we pay attention, it's like 60 years later, blah, blah, blah. People are farther than ever. Like separated more than, you know what I'm saying here. So it's like white people having to confront this established order that they established. It's not working. It's now off the rails. They call it CRT. They call it critical race theory. It has a line that has an origin, which is anger, Satan. But there was people using other people. Okay, there's a story. Some of that story has been so Jesse Lee Peterson did the work on solidifying some of that story for us for 30 years. It's like on repeat. It's basically a repeat. But the story of the civil rights movement, okay, it's actually a story of America and on a grander scale, so many things. But it's solidified, folks, that it's a scam, and the established order isn't working. Want to get into all of that. And the established order is hate. Okay, but check this out. It's like the white man dealing with that, okay? The Nazi. The people we supposedly beat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And here he is, falling down, current day. And the movie ends, for spoiler alert, for people who do want to watch it. Spoiler alert. What's up, Freedom Music? Thank you for the hot dog. A hot dog. My grandpappy was a hot dog. My mama was a hot dog. Nice. Appreciate that. look, the way it ends is he dies by cop, realizing he's wrong, basically, that he was the bad guy. And this other cop who's basically dealing with his own, which is dealing with his Eve. He's dealing with Eve. But the cop who figures out who's on this rampage and finally meets him, he's like, Michael Douglas's character is saying, he's talking about how he got deceived by society. How he got deceived by society. And the cop tells him, like, what are you talking about? Everybody's been deceived by society. Everybody gets lied to. Doesn't mean you get to lash out like this and kill them.
It turns out this
and like hurt people. And so and so he dies by cop. He takes out a toy gun and commits suicide by cop, saying that he wants to give his daughter the insurance money. So he wants to give his, that's the most upside down satanic thing, man. He's got to give his daughter, for my daughter, I got to give her monopoly money that's like pilfered wealth of the actual white man from the beginning of its country, when it was gold and it actually mattered and stuff, and the country produced stuff. You feel me? And pilfer from that. And here's the monopoly money, daughter, that I had to die for. And the whole thing was about his daughter and the mother. The whole thing was really about that. Like, you know, for the character, not the message and the subtext and the whole thing that it's about. But for the character, it wasn't about the Hispanics. It wasn't, I mean, it was. But like, but he was, they took his daughter. And he never learned how to deal with his wife. And for those that know, if you know, you know. That means deeper things. It means he never dealt with his mother. Yes, all men.
Did you know I build missiles? Yeah. I help to protect America?
I don't want to get copyrighted. Just a few more seconds.
You should be rewarded for that. Said they give it to the plastic surgeon. You know, they lied to me.
Is that what this is about? You're angry because you got lied to? Is that why my chicken dinner's drying out in the oven? Hey, they lie to everybody. They lie to the fish.
What? In the sheriff?
Is dead.
For my daughter. Monopoly money for my daughter. And it's like, actually, you didn't have to do that. It's like, he's actually just doing that. He's just under that moment where he's like, oh man, you're right, I was wrong this whole time. And then you think you can't come back, but you can. Okay? And here's what I'm trying to say too. That like what Jesse's been saying is coming to pass. Okay? Vigilantism. If you don't, he won. But you know, it's not just him, but you know, we're trying to bring it home here, okay? Solidify a couple things here. Vigilantism, he said. You don't overcome anger. You're going to fight back in the wrong way. And then they'll take away your rights. They're going to take away what you care about, use it against you. Anger and fighting is what they want you to be doing. It's strategically viable for the children of the lie. Look, you use violence, they arrest you, disarm you, lock you down. The only connection they have with speech is violence. Think about it. That's how they connect. Oh, this is how violent speech is going to cause violence. Bigoted speech, you're going to cause another shooting. You're going to cause another January 6th. That's the connection, okay? And you can point to real situations of actual violence, okay? That's the only way they could get you. It starts and ends with you, okay? Literally everything, okay? Anger coming in. Okay, look. USA will become like South Africa. Boom. That's big time happening. And this is in Panama. But this might as well be in South Africa. This might as well be in America, this situation. Look, USA will become, it's coming to pass, okay? It's coming to pass. I saw that interview with Dr. Aaron Edwards on the Fallen Stage. It's pretty good. Christian theologian, right? And he's talking about what we do with our bodies matters. What we do with our bodies matters. And he's like, how we treat each other matters. It's like I don't know, is it about like fooling people? Like it's gotta be for real. It's gotta be for real, like wanting to obey. Like a woman. No, it's gotta be like, that can't be pretend. You can't just say the right things. No, I know that's what I'm supposed to say. That's what an obeying woman would say. No, it's gotta be like for real, like natural. Wanting to get along with people, but you don't really want to. So you lie. It's like the heart. It's gotta be real. Jesus said it's the heart. What is a man? Asking him. Dr. Aaron Edwards, he says, well, it's an adult human male. But that's kind of like one of the big questions right now. That is like the question of the age. One of the questions of the age. What is a man? Okay, because we can gather that it's missing. Can we gather that? Can we confirm that? That it's missing. Single mothers. We're seeing that demonstrated. Like, do we need to confirm this? Do we need to take a step back and confirm the basics? Like, the father is missing in the home. Single parent household, that has brought about such a mess. Like everything. We forget to really reiterate this point here. And that's only gotten worse over the years since I've first started hearing about this single motherhood stuff. Like, one of the questions of the age, you know what I mean? Love is masculine. Talking about it with Steve. A man only love all the time. They call it testing. The red pill guys call it shit testing. Apologies. But they call it shit testing. Oh, she's putting you through a shit test, man, and that means da-da-da-da-da. Okay? That's what the red pill guys, the guys that are trying to deal with women to bed them, to have sex with them, but they're kind of the only group kind of out here trying to deal with women instead of going along with them and, but still using them. Okay, look. They call it shit testing. But look, what Dr. Aaron Edwards, what the red pill guys, what all these guys contending with this woman thing are all saying, if you really pay attention, what it boils down to is, do you get mad and can she get you mad? That's what it boils down to. Can you be shaken? Can you get mad? Do you have anger? Look, it's like overcoming anger and forgiving your mother fixes this. And let's say you even have like an evil, like child taking woman. You overcome anger, then she doesn't affect you. You can't be shaken. You can't be bothered. Even in that situation, you'll be perfect. The basics, it's not like all this other stuff. Anger is evil and it's the nature of Satan. Okay? And this is why it matters. Look, Judge Engoron? You know who that is? Judge Engoron. He's the judge basically presiding over Trump. Judge Engoron. Arthur Engoron. You seen this guy? Hopefully we're flying okay. Yes, everything is okay. Flying A-okay. Whoa. No reason for it to be shaking. Why are we shaking? Okay, there you go, plane. We're fine. Okay. Judge Engoron here, embroiled in a bit of a controversy as they are saying there's bias because his wife is posting anti-Trump stuff, okay? That's the story. And they're releasing exclusives, uncovered screenshots of this woman, Dawn Marie. And they're saying it's bias. And, maybe I don't know. Does this count as actual, constitutional or judge or legal bias? I don't know. I'm not a freaking lawyer. But as a layman, to me, it's like, wait, but this is a different person. This is his wife, not the man. But this is exactly kind of what I'm talking about. This is why the masculine feminine thing has to be dealt with. Because this guy, like most men, probably is influenced by his wife. There's no way this guy's an individual. There's no look at him. There's no way this guy's an individual. No, I'm joking. Okay, so look, it's important. You gotta overcome the woman. Don't call yourself that, Nick. You're not. What did I say? You know what I'm saying? The basics. And so what can we gather so far? Love is masculine. Love is needed. Fathers are needed. Okay. Man never gets angry. Okay. And a man has overcome the woman. Can we say those things? Can we confirm? Judge Engeron. You know what I'm saying here, folks? And so, tying it in here, okay. The old order. Tying it in here, okay. Trump falling down. Confronting that order. This liberal order that brought us the civil rights movement. That is bringing about multiculturalism, which means white suicide. Okay, that's what that means. That is a tenet. Okay, it's necessary. You gotta undo the culture that's there to put in a new culture. And this is and it's a misnomer to say multiculturalism, cosmopolitanism, because it makes it sound like, oh well, that means a whole bunch of cultures living together. No. It's like its own thing. It's like its own thing. It's just a title for something, and it's its own beast, and it's like a filter, and all things have to run through this filter, and this filter is you can't be racist, you can't be this, no Islamophobia, no anti-Semitism. That's why you see things like this. Secretary Blinken says far too many Palestinians have died as Hamas run Gaza ministry. Look, they do this double side thing where they're saying they're sending military aid, they're sending aid to Gaza. They're saying have some proportionality, but they're also saying we're going to stand side by side. You got to go Israel all the way. You saw on the debate stage Tim Scott all the way through. The only one that showed any like, hey, I'm running for America was Vivek. But it seems like in this little bit of time that I've been aware of Israel and Palestine, now that this war broke out, that I've been paying attention. Yeah, American Republican conservatives, it's like no question, you got to be all the way with it. Okay? But you're getting this double thing going on right now, where Blinken, Biden, and other people, they're even with Ukraine, they're showing restraint. They're pulling back. They're saying Islamophobia, anti-Semitism. They're doing both sides, and you're getting all the Jewish intellectual ADL type people coming out and saying that's anti-Semitism, and that's so messed up that Biden and Kamala Harris would even go around saying Islamophobia at a time like this. Well, this is why, because this is the filter I'm talking about. The liberal order that brought you the civil rights movement, that brought you multiculturalism, that is seeking to destroy the white Christian culture that's here. You got to do it. That's the only way you can make it happen. And look, this filter is necessary for this, what they call multiculturalism, a misnomer like I'm trying to describe here. The filter is anti-racism, because you got to have in your empire, you got to have all the people kind of playing nice as much as you can. You can't have anything rocking the boat too much. It's okay to rock it a little bit. There's a margin for this. There's a margin for homelessness, crime. There's a margin for this. Hey, that's how it goes in empire building. But Christian families doing everything for the right reasons? Oh no. But that's how it goes. This is one of the tenets in this religion, multiculturalism, culture, what they call in it, the empire. This is the filter. You must be you got to be anti-racist. It's got to gel a little bit here. And so you're getting intellectuals, you're getting the different agendas kind of clashing now, and showing just how controlled, how specifically how the people aren't in control. You're seeing the different groups, the people who are Israel, and they're like, no, we got to have the money for Israel. We got to keep Israel going, and they're clashing with this. You're seeing, well, of course, Palestine, the people in the universities, out there yelling. You're seeing it all. So, fascinating times. And in this empire, in these grand moves of the empire, there's this man that they're trying to put in jail, Trump. Okay. And what has he been representing? Because it's gone confused, like some of the things that I've been talking about. Men and women, Jesse's message, times are going to get more confusing, okay? We must remember the truth. Trump. Who is he up against? Why do they hate him so much? Okay. This liberal order I'm talking about is trying to put this man in jail. And this guy brought up deep things. If you guys heard Ronnie's call on the Hake Report today, he's a man who called the Hake Report earlier. It's a show that's on the network, Jesse Lee Peterson Network. Check out thehakereport.com. Okay, caller on his show called earlier today and was talking about Trump. And he's calling him a liar. He's this lying type. Look, I can't trust him. I'm the type of person who waits for the facts, and I waited for the facts, and Trump is a liar. He lied about Stormy Daniels, blah, blah, blah. And he was hyper-focusing. I don't know. I think he says he's a Christian, I think. But he's focusing on these little things, saying that Trump, he's a liar because he says his favorite book is the Bible. He doesn't know that it's 2 Corinthians. It's not 2 Corinthians. See, he's such a fake. He's such a liar. Meanwhile, this is and his conclusion is he's not a truth teller for that reason. When this is the man that this empire is trying to put in jail for talking against weapons of mass destruction, the Iraq War, is entrenched establishment power that is against the American people. That is really the problem America is going through politically. Is the people aren't in control. It's not a government by the people. It's a government by interests. Okay. So these interests have turned on him. Did you see this? Populist, nationalist. They call him these words because he's not with it. Populist, nationalist. Now those words are taboo. Nationalist, Christian nationalists. They've made you care about words. You must overcome words. You must overcome words. So, anger is evil. You must overcome words. You seeing it all come together? You seeing it all come together? Isn't it? And a side note here, I'm about to bring it home. Eric Adams has cell phones, iPads seized by FBI as part of corruption investigation. Now, okay, folks, leave space in all things, okay? You never just, in your mind and heart, you never just say something that you know is not, you for sure you don't know, you don't just believe it to be true. But the FBI seized Mayor Eric Adams' electronic devices earlier this week as part of federal probe into his campaign. Well, and it's just like this nebulous corruption investigation. Corruption, this nebulous, it's like money, embezzlement, what is it? No, it's just corruption, and we're investigating him. And suddenly he's part of this federal investigation. Like, what is going on here? Like, you got to understand, you got to paint the picture here a little bit. He's like Democrat darling. He's like anti-cop. He's like, I'm part of the 100 black cops of New York, saying that it's racist and all this crap. This was height of George Floyd. This guy becomes, whoa, are we falling out of the sky? This guy becomes mayor of New York. All this crap is happening. COVID, Bill de Blasio. They're saying he killed the grandmas. He killed the grandmas in the nursing homes. Okay, they get this guy in who's with the 100 blacks in law enforcement who care. George Floyd happens. It's racism. This guy gets in. More of the same, more crap. But then they start flooding this place with immigrants, with illegal immigrants, with illegals, okay? And he starts making a funk. He starts making a fuss. They have protests. He's saying, I'm going to Biden to talk to him. He comes back, tail between his legs. No, yeah, we didn't really talk. I forget what it was, but that went hush. what happened with the meeting. And that's like he's getting investigated. Like that's what these people do. Like remember Trump? It's like it's all these nebulous. Like it's fraud. It's like, but it's nothing really that bad. Oh, he took some documents, but it's like what did he do though? That's like treasonous and really bad. And like I said, they'll go back to January 6th. But if you go into January 6th, you'll see that you break it apart. It's not what they say it is. It wasn't this insurrection, and it's like they wanted to kill people. It's like, and they lie about it. They lie about it with the cops. They lie about it with who died and what and where and how. It's like, if it's this bad thing, why'd you have to lie? So the order's trying to take him down. And so what do we say here? Forgive your mama? Is that what you say, Nick? You say forgive your mother? You ridiculous fool. What does that even mean? Forgive your mother fixes all this. Forgiving your mother fixes the border. Forgiving your mother fixes the border. Only a nation of people that hates their parents could ever be convinced that they shouldn't have borders. What's the core ideology of open borders, okay? We're talking, what's his name? This goes W.B. Du Bois. We're talking, we're talking mad people, okay? Core ideology is America's done. America's an idea. America's racist. Censorship in the media. Okay, fearful people wouldn't be controlled. And fear comes from anger. Fearful people can't be controlled. You can't be told you can't speak, that your speech, etc. Single parent households. You forgive your mother, you overcome the woman. Okay, it may not be perfect. It may be a little sloppy. Okay, but you do. And a woman's always tested for anger. And you'll be able to deal with that. Okay, it might be sloppy, but you do overcome it. And in the grand scheme, it's kind of a different direction. Okay, forgiving your mother fixes that too. That's why we're doing this. Empty lifestyles. Okay, empty lifestyles. Suicide, OnlyFans, killers, druggies, junkies, thieves, liars. Even a little bit helps. Okay, even a little bit helps with all that. And it's so true what Jesse was saying to that guy on Dr. Aaron Edwards on The Fallen State. Dealing with sin, okay? Like the ones who got it bad too. Like there's people who like, okay, people don't realize that you're people pleasing and all that. That's the devil. So yeah, that's evil. People are just like, oh, I'm just a people pleaser. No, that's the devil. But also people don't realize that there's a lot of things that you could just kind of work out. Like brute force, you like work out like a muscle. Oh, I need to stop eating this way, or I need to get muscle, or I need to stop watching stuff and doing that thing. You could brute force that. You could brute force that. Just like get right up to the thing and just like feel the pain. Okay. What was I saying about that? Oh yeah, Dr. Aaron Edwards. You could deal with that kind of stuff, but how do you tell people who are like stuck in drinking and all that? It never. Look, what I'm trying to say is Jesse's right that it doesn't work without dealing with the heart. It's a package deal. Dealing with the heart. So that's the friggin' message. So I don't know what to tell you. What are y'all doing? What's the flight doing right now? Holy. What are y'all saying in the chat? What is going on? Repent equals change the way you think. Dang. Yes. Hasn't he talked about flat earth? Every 5 minutes, Albert? What's up, everybody? Nice. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, we're in the cockpit. We're flying fine here. I can't seem to change my speed, so it keeps shaking. What's up, TDS? Yo, there was this. How do I show you? The recording's all botched. This is what sucks. But it was not that long ago when I did VR with you guys. I kept doing a little bit of VR. I stayed on and I recorded it a bit on OBS. But something happened with my mic and it didn't record my voice. And I went into, where is it? I went into a room. And it's like the rooms, they put you in with a random person. And you get to talk to that person like 2 minutes. And it's like quick. It's like quick, one after the other. Talking to people. Oh, darn, not that one. And the audio got messed up. And I'm telling you, look. I went in because it was like a fast it was like a back-to-back person room. What I'm saying is like speed dating. Got your 6 says speed dating, but it wasn't dating. Because of the format and the nature, it ended up being interesting. Like, I mean, I just call it Jesse thumping, but look, if there's anyone who's allowed to Jesse thump, it's the network. Like, we're supposed to be doing that. Like, I mean, if only on what you really see is true. First of all, it's not about just stealing another person's words, but you know, like, this is the truth, okay? And so I went into this room and it was like, because of the format, it was like, yo, your anxiety is because you're angry and your mother. And bow, 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 bow. You got to see the reactions, though. I mean, you won't be able to hear me talk, but you got to see some of the reactions. Like, people are, like, looking for it. People are looking for the truth. Might not even do it justice, to be honest. It's kind of a botched recording.
Oh, what's up, dog?
The whole recording's botched. What's up, Skyjack? Yeah, the lines are open. 760-515-3855. I had them muted earlier. You can call in. No, this won't be doable.
Give me one.
No, I don't really judge people. It's
Yakking it up, as you
it's
say.
a preference for
Yucking it up? What do you mean, Canada low?
everybody. Interesting.
Who else though?
I was trying to find some of them for you because it was like back to back. It was one after the other. They were like, "Yes, that is true. You are. Who the hell are you? That is so true. What you're saying." Oh, Squidward. This guy got it. Squidward got it, bro. No, this is speed saving, not speed dating. This is speed saving. Okay, you can't hear me talk, but Squidward got it. I'm telling you, Squidward got it. Hey, Karen Williams, thank you for that. It says, hi, Nick and chat. I love you, wonderfully made men. Kiss and hug. Thank you, Karen Williams. Enjoy your first class seat. Drinkies and snackies for Karen Williams. What do you mean, demonstrous? What's a 200 IQ idea?
Fuck yes. Dap me up, dog.
So I went into this guy and I'm like, wait, I forgot what I said to him. I'm like, I forgot what I said to him.
Fuck yes. Dap me up, dog. Yeah, hell yeah, dog. Come on, tell me.
Come on, tell me. I'm like, do you want to know the truth? I think that's what I said to him.
Yeah? Hit me, dog. Yeah, everyone does. Yeah, I get angry. I'm a person.
Can you hear the conversation?
I'm a woman? Well. I guess so, man. I guess I should just start. I should start the transition. I should start the transition now. Fuck it.
You can't. I know we can't hear me talking. I messed up the recording.
I don't really know. I'm just chilling, dog.
I'm 52 years old. This makes no sense.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I feel that way. Yeah, you know. Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, what was I saying?
What's the secret, hot dog man?
Oh, yeah, right here. I'm like, it's your mama.
Damn, dog. Yeah, what the yeah, man, you took a good guess there. Shit, dog.
It wasn't a guess, my dude. It's just what it be. And then we got disconnected, right? Then we got disconnected. And I'm like, what the F? This is abuse. How do I... Damn, dog takes on a whole new meaning. Yep. And so then we get disconnected because it's like a limited time. And I'm like, oh no, this is abuse. This is abuse. And so, you know, I do end up meeting Squidward again. And in fact, a whole bunch of people here, they all see it. They're all like, what the hell? You're so right. But this isn't good. I mean, anyways.
So
this is a bad way to do this. It's hard to watch this. This is a hard way of watching this content. I'm sorry. But you guys get it. You guys get it. Try to imagine what Nick's saying. Where do your thoughts come from? Yeah. Do you say the G word? Somebody find me Zeus. You guys talking about Zeus in the chat? Zeus, it was never that deep. Frederick still calls in. See, it wasn't like that serious or personal. Don't go Zeus. Oh well. Thank you so much for the super chats, yo. What's up, Monkey King? Thank you. Thank you. So, that's pretty much on his way to pull up. Homie, pull up. You know what I'm saying? Pull up.
We once had things in common. Not the only thing we share is the refrigerator. Ice cold, baby. I told you, I'm ice cold.
Call from.
You out here flying high.
Pull up.
Go ahead, fly that thing. High. But fly alone.
Oh, I mean square up.
When I see that nigga, hey, I ain't saying shit. Hey, I'ma just swing. Goddamn. Whoa, get it. Square up, nigga, throw that chair up in New York.
Hey, where's my caller? Call me back. Call me back.
I got Henny in my cup. Bitches,
square up. Pull up.
All that shit. When I see you square up, bitch. Square up, nigga, throw that chair up in New York. I Millie Rock.
Anyways.
Tear it up. I got Henny in my cup. Bitches, put your hair up. You was talking all that shit. When I see you square up. Okay. I don't need a gun. I don't need a knife. As soon as I see that nigga, I'm knocking out his lights. He talking all that shit. I know that he a bitch.
Anyways, how far along are we in the flight here, folks? On our way to Denver, Colorado. My caller, you can call me back, 760-515-3855. The lines are open. I can't get the autopilot to quite work. So hopefully we can land. Might have to go manual for this one. And you know, it's like, I'm okay with manual. I try and avoid it, but hey, It's okay. Shouldn't be too bad. What's in Denver? I don't know what is in Denver. Anybody from there? Anybody know what's in Denver, Colorado? Anybody know anything about it? Because we're just flying there. That's what's up. That is what's up. I want me a tunnel bay. That's all I want. I just want me a tunnel bay.
Building my underground tunnel system.
If they don't engineer and maintain tunnels, I don't want it.
I started building my underground tunnel system. This is a 1-year recap. In August of 22, I cut an opening off the side of the sub-basement and started to carve into the solid rock. Fabricate.
Oh, your wife cooks for you? Your wife cooks meals?
Did an elevator to lift material. 1,000 pounds at a time. As the entrance tunnel stretched longer and deeper, I bought an electric yard cart and
mine does back-breaking Hamas labor and brings out rocks from beneath the house.
Converted it into a minecart. I used hundreds of concrete blocks.
My wife wears a hard hat and mixes concrete.
And yards of hand-mixed concrete for the 30-foot entrance tunnel. As it got deeper underground, I ran into a lot of groundwater and a spring which made work harder and required constant pumping. Eventually, I set up a sump basin and a pump which is keeping the system dry. Set up a blower and air duct for ventilation. The main chamber is 22 feet below ground, and I set up rebar lattice work and a steel form to pour concrete.
Concrete? Do all wives say that? Say it like that? Concrete?
With a trailer pump.
I do. I want a mole woman. I want to engineer tunnel bay.
And the concrete bulge needed to be removed, which is affectionately called the elephant's foot. There is still a lot of work left to do, but I am having a blast and enjoying sharing this project with you.
She's so cute. She's just doing this because she's engineer spurging. She's just spurging out. She's just engineer spurging. She's just engineer spurging for TikTok. What she doesn't know, she's also building us a tunnel system so that we can employ guerrilla tactics on a larger, stronger force. You know, if you've been watching Tunnels Are Modern Castles, Let's Go Tunnel Bay, getting us prepared for anything. Let's go. Tunnel warfare. Although I think those Gazans are going to get, I don't know, it's kind of over for them, even with tunnels.
You don't have tons of it. You're not rich at peak AM, but then you pass by your buddy who's down there who's yelling for help.
Oh,
but next,
is this English? What do you mean? Yes.
Your buddy is a target about 50 meters away.
Something European about it, huh? Tunnel Bay, you know what I'm talking about, Kilo Alpha Tango.
And even, hey, you have a malfunction. Can you properly fix that?
No, show me the tunnels. Show me the tunnels.
So we got to do it completely blind. And tunnel systems, as much as you think that you get lost in them, when you're staying in the same place for a couple months, you learn.
Perma speed. My mom is constantly doing stuff too, like perma speed always. Come out. Yeah, this woman does have like something. There's something calm yet messed out about the whole thing.
I used hundreds of concrete blocks
this is what meth
and yards of hand-mixed concrete.
I understand the Nazis. I don't know. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Tunnel Bay. Why people are freaking out at tunnel rat, my tunnel rat comments on the Jesse Lee Peterson show. You know, I said earlier today, if I met a Vietnamese vet, I would just tell him I know what Vietnamese people smell like too. So it's okay. I understand. People look at me like I'm crazy. People look at me like they wasn't that like American commandos didn't go into tunnels to fight the Vietnamese and that they would smell them first. That people look at me like the army. Who was I talking about? Steve, are you still in the chat? Steve, what was that? What was the acronym for the military, for army people or Marines when they got to look around and they got to look around and distance, location, blah blah blah. I'm telling you, one of these acronyms, it has to do with smelling, because it is an important thing. You can smell your enemy sweat. You can smell. Anyways, people look at me like I'm crazy. Like the American commandos couldn't smell the Vietnamese when they were fighting them. They could smell them. People think I'm crazy, like I'm racist. That's a fact. That's just a fact.
Because you think about something and you overthink
I was talking. In fact, I was talking to a Vietnamese veteran. I mean, Vietnamese veteran, a Vietnam War veteran on VR. That's why. That's why I know this. I need to make shorts. I definitely have to make shorts. And y'all home? Do you? No, I'm old. 28. 28. Hey, no. What's up, Salmon? On Salmon? It's like, bro, trench warfare? Holy, did he just have a flashback? Holy. Is he smelling Vietnamese people right now? Holy. I read that you could smell people in those tunnels. Is that true?
Oh my god.
No, that's a fact. That's a I read that.
Oh my
god. When we were fighting the Vietnamese and they called them tunnel rats. The Vietnamese had tunnels. The American commandos would be able to smell them before they could see them. And that's what this guy's doing right now. He's having a flashback smelling Vietnamese people right now. That's what he's doing. He's like, smells like got on your home. It smells like got on your home. I'm kind of feeling my own content. I know this is lame. I'm sorry. I'm kind of feeling my own. This little clip here is kind of good. I got to make this into a short. I'm sorry. I'm kind of feeling this is lame. I'm sorry. This is stupid. Happy Veterans Day. True. Smells like got on your home. Smells like got on your home. Chao lua. I'm talking about Vietnamese sausage. I know what Vietnamese people smell like. I know what I know what they smell like. Okay? Smells like chao lua. Smells like got on your home. Back smelling Vietnam made her crack up. That one made her crack up though.
Oh my.
The American commandos would be able to smell them before they could see them. And that's what this guy's doing right now. He's having a flashback smelling Vietnamese people right now. That's what he's doing. He's like, smells like got on your home. It smells like got on your home right now. We got the crack. We got the crack up, boys. Okay. Folks. There was a couple callers trying to call me. The lines are open. The lines are open. Viet smells like ban quan. Ban mi. Ban quan. Nick ruining some poor guy's Veterans Day. I know. Who's observing Veterans Day? I mean, when is that again? Hey, Aaron C, thank you. Says, do vets even deserve love on Veterans Day? What do you mean deserve love? Veterans Day. Tomorrow, Veterans Day. I mean, it doesn't look like they're getting any love. It looks like they need it. They look like they're needing it, love, but they don't know where to get it from. They not deserve love, says Aaron C. Well, sit in your first class seat. Appreciate it, sir. All yours. They need it. They need love. That's what's missing. That's where they're addicted to stuff. And downtrodden. And all sorts of stuff. But they've also been ignored by the government as well. What's up? I got a caller on the air. Your name and where are you calling from? Hello. Caller. You're on the air.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Hey, who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
Yes, Gunner from Chicago.
What's up? Yes, Gunner. Welcome. Thank you for calling the show.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about this because I had called Jesse in the first hour, but I know he was doing a monologue with you guys, and you guys ended up reading super chat, so
Oh
I
yeah,
had to go.
when we were talking about Veterans Day a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you were on the hold, huh? Oh man, too bad we couldn't get to you.
Yeah. No, it's all right. Busy day.
For sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, I'm sure you know this if you're a history buff. Veterans Day started as Armistice Day, so it was supposed to acknowledge the World War I veterans, which is the war to end all battles. Right. So it was first called Armistice Day, and obviously to be more inclusive, as you want to call it, during the 50s they ended up calling it Veterans Day to acknowledge everybody. That's one thing that you guys failed to bring up, which, you guys were all talking about it, and you obviously, I do respect veterans, so, I mean, if anybody's listening as a veteran, thank you for your service. But, yeah, that's how that started. It was Armistice Day back in 1917.
That's so interesting. They called it the war to end all wars.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how I respect and observe it. I just kind of really take in what they tried to do and where we've come. And so, but thank you for that. Yeah, Armistice Day. That's just true what you're saying. And so now they added in veterans for all veterans of the different wars too?
Yes.
But what you're saying to be inclusive, it's kind of funny. I know you said that. I don't know if you even meant it this way. But to be inclusive it's more to what you're trying to say than you think. It is the order that was put in place from those wars to be inclusive.
To include everybody. And generally, I think it was around the time where the Korean War had started and right before the Vietnam War, where that order was put in place where November 11th is going to be known as Veterans Day. But who knows, man? The powers that be probably just let it be for what it is. I wanted to say, you might want to be careful with what you were saying about the whole Vietnamese people, man.
Like what? What was I saying?
The whole smell.
Why?
You said it like 10 times.
What's wrong with what I said? That's how they literally train Marines. They train you to smell your enemy. What's controversial about what I'm saying?
You're just saying, I know how Charlie smells. I know how Charlie smells.
What smells?
Charlie, that's what they called him.
I didn't know that. I didn't.
You didn't know? Come on, Nick.
I wasn't calling him that.
No, yeah. That's what they used to call Vietnamese, the Viet Cong, Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh. But I was like, dude, you said it like 10 times.
But what was I saying that's offensive or wrong? What's funny? It's kind of funny, but it's funny because I'm saying they smell. Is that why?
Yeah.
But all people smell. All people have a signature smell. The Americans didn't smell like Vietnamese people. And I know what Vietnamese people smell like because I grew up with Vietnamese people. So I'm only speaking factual things. There's nothing hateful about what I'm saying or crazy. There should be no reason why I should ever be in trouble with what I'm saying. All I'm saying is true things.
I know. I understand. I know your point of view that you're saying that. But what if I walked around and started saying, I know how Mexicans smell?
They do.
Smell nice? Smell bad? What are you implying?
They smell like Mexicans. And they would be distinctive in a combat situation.
Yeah, I guess so.
They would be distinct in a combat situation is all I'm saying.
Yeah, man. All right, man.
Right on, man. I appreciate your call.
Happy Veterans Day to anybody out there listening.
Yes, big time.
Thank you for letting me on the show, Nick.
Appreciate it. Yes, Governor Chicago.
All right.
Call me again.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Call from.
I got another caller. You're on the air. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, this is your good old boy, Mr. and Say.
Oh, what's up, and sir?
Yeah, man.
Welcome,
just
sir.
two things. So, first, I just want to say, I'll pull a Crowder on this. vets don't deserve no love. Change my mind. But
Oh.
secondly, what you were just talking about, though, I used to have this Vietnamese roommate. Okay, his name was Tao. He was in the Air Force. He was really wild. You know, he had like that accent that was like funny every time he said something. You know, like I would have like a hot date over, and he would like drop it like it's hot, drop it like. I mean, he was just the goofiest Asian. But anyway, you can smell the enemy.
Roommates as well.
You can definitely smell Charlie, because I'm telling you, every time I don't know much about.
Is that like Zipperhead in Viet? Careful with those words. Don't get my channel. You know what I mean? It's like.
Well, you just said the worst. The Zipperhead. That's forbidden. I don't think you're supposed to. It's not. They don't care. It's not like blacks or jays. It's cool. You know, they're not tripping. But whatchamacallit. So that roommate, I'm telling you.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess they are part of Stop Asian Hate, though.
Oh, you think so? But you were saying?
Yeah. Yeah, what I was saying was, I'm telling you, every time, I don't know much about their diet, but every time he took a dump, man, I'm telling you, the whole house, I mean, it was very distinct. I could tell that this person, like, you know, was an alien. And so I was just saying, you can definitely smell Charlie and hear the...
There's also just Asian house, like anybody, because I grew up around, like I grew up, I had a bunch of Asian friends. Like you walk up and you go into their home and it's like, that smells like Asian house. Like that's not, I don't know why that's controversial to say. Like
no, I know. I grew up next to a chick that was just half Korean. She just had a Korean
it's a bit
mom.
of the food, it's a bit of the sweat, it's a bit of the clothes. I don't know. It's a combination, and it becomes the combination, which is Vietnamese.
You know, now that you mention it, to be honest with you, I could never tell. Like you're saying, it's all those different things, but to be honest with you, for the life of me, I never could ever figure out what in the hell that smell was.
It's like you have a funk in your room. You know what I'm saying? Like it's how it goes.
Not like that though, man. Like
it smells like God in your home. What do you mean not like that?
The Asian, out of all the smell, the Mexican household too, I agree. Especially black households as well.
I thought the Viet were a little less stinky, in my opinion. No, but we're having trouble with the plane, folks. Do not be concerned. But I thought they were.
So when you
whenever I go to like a Vietnamese restaurant though, like get pho, I do always say, it smells like grandma's in the back making like a feet sauce. Okay, like she's got her bunions. And the cooking in the cauldron.
Yeah, that sounds like the Korean girls have.
I gotta say though, that's how it was good. That's when you went to a good one. But I'm kind of culturally enriched in that way. You could say culturally traumatized. It depends on how you see it. Anyways.
So you're telling me, I know each house has that distinct smell, but you noticed it especially as well, even in Caucasian households as well?
Well, I noticed that there's a stink. There's like a funk. Not a funk. That's not even the right way of saying it. It's just kind of like, it's usually how your room smells. Like even
if it's a male when you're in their room.
When you go into a boy's room, into a guy's room.
Yeah, it seems a male's room. Yeah.
That's kind of what I mean. And so now,
I'm just wondering, because I'm Caucasian,
extrapolate that
I
to
don't
a
smell
family,
it.
And it's like Vietnamese guys, dad, brothers. So kind of like that.
Oh, okay. Because if you couldn't tell by the food, once you hear that AK selector switch, then you know for sure.
The AK Asians. They didn't have guns in Canada, so.
Oh, we're talking about Vietnamese in the Vietnam War.
Oh,
One of
gotcha.
the distinct things they were taught to listen for was that AK had a selector switch that simply just. There's a couple clickety clacks that you would not hear, because the AK was all metal, where the M16 at that time was like, you know, the plastics and kind of the beginning of the polymer age. But anyway, man, I just when I heard that about the Asian.
Well, I just don't know why that's controversial. They literally trained the commandos, like they trained current military to smell your surroundings, because you can actually smell
if my roommate,
you can smell your enemy.
Yeah, if my roommate if it was Vietnam and I was against my roommate Tao and he took a dump, like we're finding him that night on patrol, you know.
And the other way too, if someone's clean, if you've been out there for a while and kind of stinking up a little bit, someone's clean, you actually smell soap. You can smell your enemy. Like, that's not controversial.
That's
and
how the
sometimes
Native
your enemies
Americans
smell
did it.
Vietnamese.
Yeah.
And
Well,
sometimes they
not
smell
anymore. But
Well, right on, man. Appreciate your call, sir.
all right, man. You take it easy.
All right, bye. Anyways, we're trying to land this thing, folks. How's your Friday going? Late in the extreme here, but we got it going. We're gonna leave this one for the replay gang, huh? We're not that far from landing here. I'm having trouble with the computer. Oh, it is working. We are fine, I think. Now we need to drop, though. We need to drop altitude. We need to drop altitude here. Will this... Who knows if this computer, this autopilot, will I have to go manual? You don't want to see that. And we're dropping. Good. Fish sauce, ew. That's how you know it's good. That's how you know you're getting good stuff. Asian women have a distinct smell. I don't know. I kind of like it. But like an Asian house smell. It always smell yummy. Ew, LMAO. Yeah, that's how you know it's a good restaurant. If it smells like grandma's in the back with her feet in the sauce. And not fish sauce. I'm saying feet sauce. Vietnamese nonna, except that's Italian. Vietnamese nonna in the back. Coming in for that landing, Denver. Stink is the topic of the night, apparently. Denver, Colorado. Should be landing shortly here, folks. Hope you've been enjoying the show so far. What are you guys going to do this weekend? How's the weekend looking? Spaz out? What's up? What's up, GMD Jim? What's up, Dead Turtle GG Cash? Well, I want some LNC. That's what I want. Let's speed this thing up a little bit. We're still a little too high. Flying in the dark. Mr. Dave, the faux restaurant near me is really good, but they never Windex the windows. What's up, Falconing? SJ, Santino, Carver. I said hi to Carver already. What the? Dang, really coming in for that landing. Pretty close. What's up, Bobby? We're just chilling out here in the last few minutes of the show. I'm sweating. Some AC up in here. I'll be okay. Anything else I want to show you? Anything else I wanted to show you? Yo, what's up with these women on... You guys know this woman here? I think she's even been on The Fallen State, or she's been on the Jesse Lee Peterson show. What the hell is up with this woman? You know Pearl Davis? You seen this? Anybody seen any of this mess? Let's switch to my Twitter, because we might be about to like go hard on these ladies for a second here. We might go off on these women here in a moment here, because you know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of these women having these bitch fits on Twitter. There's nothing conservative about these women saying that they're conservatives. Tree of Logic. She was on the Jesse Lee Peterson show. There is nothing conservative about these women having these bitch fits.
Backstory.
And she's a nice lady, I'm
Born
sure.
again Christian.
And
Okay.
she's out there. She defends Jesse. She circles the wagons. Okay, she's family. But just like family, got to show them a little love. Tree of Logic. She's been going off on Pearl. This is, I don't even know, how do I even show you, how do I even make you aware of the saga? Nick Fuentes going off on Twitter. Whoa, what the F is that? Hopefully the... Anyways, Twitter, what the F? I'm talking about this woman here, Tree of Life. And this woman here who was also on the Jesse Lee Peterson show, who was also on... Go take that sweater off. Yeah, I guess I could. I'm feeling all right, though. They're saying these women are just basically going off at each other. And this Tree of Logic person, I don't know what's up. What's with her? My thing is, like, Pearl's a nice lady. Like, I don't see any problem with her. Like, I'd like her to air some more Jesse Lee Peterson stuff. I got blocked. Wait, I got blocked? I've never interacted with this woman. Is she watching the stream or something? She blocked me. What the F? There's nothing conservative about this woman. I wish I could show you her replies and her stuff. She would never block Jesse. She would never block Jesse. This one, like, there's nothing conservative about these women and having these fits against each other. She's basically, they're saying, I don't know. She's mad that Pearl says women aren't all that. She'll be like, look at these big ass feet. Y'all keep calling Pearl. She's basically doing all this gossip stuff, saying she's trans. Look, she's trans. Look at those big feet. She must be trans. And it's like just going after looks and like, what's the big? What are we doing here, ladies? What are we accomplishing here, ladies? What's the big message here? No, if anything, this should be an example why ladies got to stay out of it. Ladies got to stay out of it. It turns into bitch fits. There's nothing conservative about this. And look at this guy named Nick. Nick Hamburger. Taco Nick Hamburger. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Nick Taco Hamburger in the comments saying, yo, she came for her feet. I'm weak. Ha, clap emoji. Ha. Right on, queen. This is the conservative movement. There's nothing conservative about this. Women are running things and raising school shooters and thugs. And you're saying, look at these big ass feet. Okay. So show him some love. She blocked you because I can't believe I didn't even know she blocked me. What the? Block. She blocked me. She just blocked me right now. Like, what's the big deal? Like, okay, I would like, it'd be nice if Pearl would put out more of the Jesse stuff, all the things she learned from Jesse and that interview she did with Jesse that's not out. Look, it may be a little too spicy, okay? Not everybody's ready to forgive their mother, and in that one, it was spicy, Pearl Davis. Some of the things you said, if your mama heard it, it wasn't mean or bad, it's forgiveness. But women don't want to admit they're wrong. Mamas don't want to admit they're wrong. When you're just forgiving them, you're just saying, hey, I don't hate you anymore. But hey, I understand, Pearl. No need to out yourself like that, but it'd be nice to show some love to JLP, who's been putting in that DNA to the world. Have you been noticing that? Pearl, like Nick Fuentes, like all these young guys there. Zerka, it's all there. They all say they love Jesse. Sam Hyde, they all say they love Jesse. Anyways, that's just a little bit of street cred. This is a little legit Bond cred, okay? But what's the big deal? Like, as long as it's all about like talking about the order and that the order is messed up. And women bitch fights is more with the order messed up, men not in control. So stop it, Tree of Logic, calm down. And Pearl Davis, if you're doing any of that too. You know what I'm saying? I got a caller. You're on the air. Your name and where you calling from?
Hey, my name is Karen Williams. I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York.
Karen out of Brooklyn. Always a pleasure. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Nick? What's up?
No complaints. I mean, we're landing the plane. About to wrap up this Friday. We got the calls going. Everybody's chilling. No complaints here, Karen. And yourself?
Nice. Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
I came on a fight. Excuse me. I need to tell you.
Playing in the
thank
background,
you.
Karen? You mind turning that off?
Yeah. Here. Oh, yeah, that's better. Thank you. I'm sorry.
No problem. What's up, Karen? What do you want to call about?
I want to say that I love you and I miss you and have
You
a good
miss
night.
me?
Yeah.
I didn't go nowhere.
Where have you been?
You know where I've been. You know where to find
No. No. Put the
me. You know
AC
my
on.
address. You know my phone number. You know my address. You know my phone number. You know everything, Karen.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna come see you, and I'm gonna stalk you.
No, don't do that. This is I don't justify any of this behavior, audience.
Don't justify it, please.
No,
Don't.
no stalking. No.
I'm coming to get you, Nick. Listen, Nick. I'm sorry. Thank you for taking my call. I'm sinning right now. I called to tell you that I am a sinner.
Whoa. What makes you say that?
I'm drinking Puerto Rican white rum and smoking, and I'm sinning.
What are you smoking?
I have some weed and some Newport cigarettes and some Bacardi lemon.
Karen gets throwed on the weekends.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what else to do.
Oh, you get bored?
Not just bored, frustrated, especially sexually and everything, yo. It's crazy.
And that causes you to drink and smoke?
No, what causes me to drink and smoke is because of anger and evil that's inside of me.
Right, we know that. But when the rubber meets the road, have you paid attention to yourself? Is it like you get excited? It's like a sexual thing, and you want to drink and smoke, and other things too,
Every
right?
day,
You said frustrated.
Every day, all day. I'm like, what the hell? What is this like for?
For real?
I'm so.
No, a lot of people are going through that actually.
It's
For real.
crazy.
It's like tied up with sex, straight up.
It's with everything.
It becomes like a
Yeah.
ritual.
It's like if you don't do, damn if you do, damn if you don't. What are you as a human? What are you as a spirit? What are you? It's so messed up. I tried to call into Jesse so I can talk to Jesse about this, but
Why?
I don't have the time.
Why do you want to talk to Jesse about it?
Just to see his point of view, just to hear his point of view.
Why? Do you see something wrong or something?
I know something is wrong, and I also know that he has a lot of wisdom.
So there's something you see is wrong, and you want to get his perspective on it.
Yeah, it's good to have people who can help you. You know.
Like, what do you see wrong? Are you talking about drinking, or what are you talking about?
I'm talking about everything, my whole life, my entire life.
I get that.
Yeah,
you definitely want to talk to him about that.
Oh, why not?
But say? You know what I mean? I know exactly what you're talking about. You definitely want to get his take. Give him the whole shebang. I get that.
I want to get it from you too.
Huh?
And Hake and Joel, and I listen to men. I learn from men. I really respect and accept the fact that men are wonderfully made. And if I can't learn anything from you, then I'm nothing. I'm no one. I get nothing. I get no one. So, as a woman, I was born a woman, no matter if you're hearing in my voice or not.
I hear it. But you know you have what I have?
What?
You have exactly what I have. You don't have anything different.
No, we have different.
If anything,
because you're a man.
If anything, I'm going to let you down.
No, you can't.
You know what I'm saying?
You can
Karen,
never
what
let
I have,
me
you
down.
have. What I can, what
You
you
can
can
never
learn.
let me down.
What's that?
Were you born a male? Are you a man?
I'm born a male. Is that
Yes,
what
and you're a man. You have something I would never have, and I accept that, and I appreciate that.
what is it that I have that you don't have?
Your manlyhood,
That's for
being that strength, being that closeness to the God of all gods. That is what you have. I respect that, accept that. You men are wonderful, just wonderful. You need to know that. I wish I could be that, but I don't want to be a man because I enjoy and I appreciate and I accept being a woman, a female, a human. I accept that. It's a beautiful, wonderful thing. And men are the best God of heaven has ever made. And if you know that as a man, you should appreciate that and you should let that be known.
You gotta get there on your own.
Get to being a man,
Karen. But it's nice
get
that you're
to
learning.
being a man.
It's nice that you're learning. But what's teaching you is what something you already have. It's not us guys. What you're learning from is something that you already have inside you. The same thing inside of me.
I love me, but it's a different and it's a stronger and it's a better love when I love a man and I love God. And that man that I love God, and that man that I love me, who I love. That's better.
That's
stronger.
awesome. Let's get some men love. Right on. You gotta love the order. That's cool, Karen. It sounds like you see that whole thing got messed up. Men upside down. We gotta bring it back, huh?
Not me. Yeah, you're right. Not me.
The world needs it.
Without men, there is nothing.
Nice. Right on, Karen. Hey, you can always call. You mentioned wanting to call Jesse, but you can always call the office, right?
Yes.
Nice. All right, Karen. Call me again sometime.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too.
Have a blessed.
Call me again.
What you know about him? She took me high. Oh, did she now? Then she took me home. You talking about?
We landed. Kick back, folks. We're about to land this. We're about to land this one.
Again, just don't know why. I keep on trying to keep a grown woman sober. See there, you go reaching up your blouse. And no, I don't want a child, but I ain't been touching a while. By the dealer and the stoner, with the sweetest kiss I've ever known. I knew what I was on. I had a pilot Joe. What you know about her? She took me high. Oh, did she now? Then she took me home. Pilot Jones, in the sky up above. Yes, I saw the sky I've never seen before. Yeah, thought I was above, above the sin. So many ways. But if I got a condo on a cloud, then I guess you could stay at my place. Ooh, I'ma be one. I need ya. Admit it, you're my pilot Jones.
Fitting. I wish we could land though. Wish we were landing to that one. We're kind of flying a little too close to the ground. Doing our final turn into Denver, Colorado. It's been a pleasure being with you guys. As always. Like I said, final turn here, so kick back, Lots of ads? You guys are saying lots of ads? What is going on here? Stop, stop. Some people have been saying that. I think I have it on auto. I don't usually have it on auto. My apologies. Ooh, we're gonna need to raise our altitude here a little bit, I think. Almost hit the ground there. Whew. Nice. That's what that was. That red line is the ground. Good thing we didn't die. This autopilot's trying to kill us, man. It's a recent rollout on YouTube live stream. I think you're right. They started making it like automatic. And I have to make it manual. I usually do. What's up, Mr. Mad? You been here, Mr. Mad? Nice to see you. What's up, social dystopia? Flight attendants, please get the cabin ready to take for landing here. All food trays up. Everybody in their seats, pat it away. Put on your seat belts. Okay, flight attendants too. Don't want to lose you. Do not want to lose the flight attendants here, so make sure you are strapped in. Need you for the next one. Open mic? What do you do, Nathan? Comedy, music? Alright, folks. Gear down. Let us turn on flaps up. Way down. All right. Coming in for that landing. Thank you. Open mic, that's pretty cool. What kind of comedy? That's super cool. Nathan doing comedy for an open mic. Flashing lights in the distance. Hold up. Test, 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 test. Test. Okay. I think that's. Come back. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Kick back. We're about to land. get drunk before a flight, social dystopia. There's nothing stopping you from getting drunk on the flight. Oh, wait, that's not true either, though. You can't be belligerent. You will get banned. Ladies and gentlemen, we've landed in Denver, Colorado. Thank you so much for being with us today. The local time is, whoa, get back on the runway. Local time is 9:29 p.m. Appreciate you being with us today. The flight went great, I do believe. The compartments above your very heads right now, they may have shifted. The contents may have shifted. So before you open them, make sure you check, as they may have shifted. Make sure you treat our lovely flight attendants nicely on your way out, as they will help you with your connecting flights. And of course, as always, your continued patronage is appreciated, as we know you have many options to fly. So we thank you for flying Nickstream. Nice. Thank you, Carver. Appreciate that. Good landing, ankle baby. Denver Airport is insane. Is that the one with all the satanic drawings, Denver? Thank you, HL. Thank you, Falconing intro. Yeah, JS, we just landed. Nice. Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you guys Sunday. That's how it goes. Appreciate it as always. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We'll be back. See you Sunday. See you Monday. That's how we do it.